Kia ora, I'm Sherry Kinnear and these are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. Police say they're making small positive steps when it comes to the protesters outside Parliament. Today marks the 10th day of people being on the grounds in downtown Wellington. The presence of protesters is steadily growing each day, with hundreds of tents covering Parliament's lawn. Assistant Commissioner Richard Chambers says they've had some positive engagement with several groups and have noted a willingness to resolve the situation. He says about a dozen vehicles were moved voluntarily yesterday, but Chambers can't give a time frame on when the roads will be unblocked.
This is a big task ahead of us, and it's a specialist one. We're very grateful for the operators from around New Zealand have shown that willingness to work with us. Police again urge the protesters to take the opportunity to move their vehicles to Sky Stadium or another parking facility. Vehicles that continue to be parked illegally are at risk of being towed and seized.
New Zealand's test positivity rate is on the rise. The country recorded 1,160 new community cases yesterday and reported 28,000 tests in the previous 24 hours. Otago University mathematics and statistics lecturer Matthew Parry says yesterday's rate was about 4.4%, but it fluctuates during the week, with the average at about 3%. Delta's peak average was 1.4%. Parry says it's expected to go up at the start of an outbreak.
The reason for that is that more people get contacted and are told you're a contact, you need to go and get tested. So there's a whole lot of people that get tested, and these are people which are more likely than the rest of the population to be positive.
Meanwhile, there's been an outbreak of COVID-19 at Starship Childrens Hospital, with 12 positive cases confirmed so far. The hospital told the Herald that 6 staff and 6 patients had tested positive. The outbreak likely stemmed from a positive case in the general paediatrics ward last week. Auckland DHB says staff have immediately activated plans to prevent the further spread of the virus within the hospital and was rapidly testing staff and patients in the ward. Equestrian champion Sir Mark Todd has been handed a suspension by the British Horse Racing Authority after a video emerged showing him hitting a horse with a branch. The New Zealander, who now trains racehorses in Britain, was seen striking a horse 10 times while trying to coax it towards a water jump in the cross-country schooling session. The interim suspension means Todd is unable to race horses anywhere until investigations into the incident are carried out. And in world news, Russia says more of its forces surrounding Ukraine are withdrawing, but NATO is urging Moscow to prove it's pulling back, saying there are signs more troops are actually on the way. NATO Security General Jens Stoltenberg says moving troops about doesn't confirm a withdrawal. In Ukraine, the Defence Ministry says a cyber attack is into its 2nd day. Russia said it had nothing to do with it. And those are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. For more and to stay up to date, head to nzherald.co.nz. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.